Hello everyone, welcome to class. Today's class is going to be a sort of medium challenge level opening and stretching and strength class. I hope you enjoy it. So to start with, wiggle your body into a nice comfortable seated position. Maybe roll your shoulders back a few times, open up through the elbows, open up through the chest. Take a deep breath in and close your eyes, gently settling into a few moments of just light breathing to relax the body and get yourself centered on your mat. So as you breathe, feel the muscles in your face relaxing. Feel the muscles around your shoulders and your rib cage letting go. When your spine feels relaxed, you can let your knees and your thighs and your ankles, they can release as well. Breathing down deeply into all the little spots inside your body. Feeling as if everything is just melting into the floor. All your worries, all your excitement, all your anxieties, all your hopes, all your fears, just let them go for a little while. They'll be around when we finish our practice today. And when you feel nice and relaxed, start to take deeper breaths, deeper and longer, really filling up your chest cavity. Sitting up a little bit taller as you inhale, and relaxing deeper as you exhale, but keeping your good posture. And let's breathe like this for just another 30 seconds. These last few breaths can be really deep. As if you were blowing up a balloon to its maximum point before it burst. Take one last deep breath in. Exhale all the air out. And return to a normal breathing pattern. You can go ahead and give yourself a little wiggle through the spine, a wiggle through the shoulders. And we're going to start by stretching our neck. So sitting up nice and tall, breathing in. Exhale, look over your right shoulder. Your chin stays parallel to the floor. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale to the left side. Taking a breath when you get here, we'll inhale back to center. We'll do it one more time. Exhale right. Inhale to center. Exhale left side. Coming back to center. Go ahead, place your left hand on the floor by your left hip. Inhale, the right comes up and straight and really stretch upward before gently leaning over in a gentle side curve. Keeping that right bum really planted into the mat, and we're going to reach with this right hand, stretching up sort of towards the corner of the room where the wall meets the ceiling. Deep breath in, deep breath out. One more inhale, stretch. Exhale, right hand comes to the floor, and the left sweeps up. Stretch up, stretch through the fingertips, and then we'll tip over to the side. Finding a comfortable stretch here before using your breath to sort of stretch a little bit more open. Inhale, last time, reach towards that crease in the ceiling. Exhale, come down. And now we're going to inhale both arms up together. Nice and tall, like you've just woken up. Let's stretch through the right side, stretch through the left side. And again, stretch. And stretch. And both hands up together. Wiggle down through your sit bones. Really ground your bum and your ankles down into the floor. And we're going to reach forward, forward fold here. Nice and slow. Hands come to the ground. Exhale, relax the forehead down towards the floor. And this is a really good place to just let everything go. Let the backs of your thighs release. Let your shoulders release. Let your forehead release towards the ground. If it feels better to keep your palms up, that's fine. Or you can turn palms facing the floor and find a full extension here. Remember to breathe nice and slowly. And let's roll up to sitting, dragging your hands. Give a little bit of a stretch in the upper arms. And we'll switch legs. So whichever leg was crossed on top, we'll do the other one. Again, sort of wiggle down, find a nice grounded seated position. Open up through the arms. Inhale, stretch up. And keep your nice long form as you forward fold, sort of reaching forward before melting down. Forehead comes towards the floor. And just enjoy this opening stretch. Send some breath into those thighs if they feel tight. Seeing if you can fold a little farther down as you feel the muscles release. Breathe into the upper back body as if you're trying to expand through the shoulder blades. Great. Let's come up. Rolling up to sitting. Send legs out long in front of you and give your legs a little bit of a wiggle. And we'll start with some of our micro yoga. So pulling your toes up towards your face and then pushing them away. And flexing your feet and pointing your toes. We'll just do this a few times. Flex, point, flex, and point. Now let's alternate. So one foot's up, one foot's down, and then we switch. Sitting nice and tall, hands on your thighs, or you can support with hands on the floor. All right, still alternating the feet and bringing both toes up, pointing towards the ceiling, and now we're going to circle. And switch the direction of your circle. Great. All right, coming back up to top. Open with the hands. We'll do open and closed. These are great for improving your attention and memory and your self-confidence, these micro yogic moves. All right, one more time. Open and close. Flip your palms up and tap your shoulders. So tap and open, tap and open. This time leave your hands on your shoulders, circle through the elbows. And let's switch direction, going backwards. All right. Beautiful. All right. Dropping the arms, maybe shaking out through the wrists. All right, if you flex your feet, you'll feel the bottoms of your legs really ground into the floor. So let's do that. Ground your legs down, ground your bum down. Inhale, reaching up, big letter L, and we're gonna forward fold. Oh, feel those tight hamstrings as you forward fold, and you can either grab your toes or put your palms on the ground or your palms on your shins, whichever feels better. And when you get here, take a breath in, lift through the chest, trying to straighten your spine as much as possible, but don't feel like you need to strain here. This should be a good stretch. So however you want to get into your forward fold today. And when you get here, if you want to close your eyes, just breathe into those hamstrings, release the ankles, release the toes, and use the weight of gravity to sort of pull the panini press of your body down a little bit Your belly comes towards your thighs, your chest comes towards your shins. Beautiful. And if you'd like here, you can bow the head down towards the knees. It's a bit of a different stretch. Not as proper, but if it feels good today, feel free to come here. Let's take one more deep breath in and out. And on your next inhale, rise up to sitting. Bring your feet with you. The soles of the feet come together, and we'll just pull a nice little butterfly. And as you get into your butterfly, you can either press your hands on your knees or sort of the outside of your arms. I like to grab my ankles because from here I can really straighten through the spine, roll the shoulders back and down, opening up through the collarbone. Whatever position here works for you, and if you'd like to take your butterfly a little bit farther, you can, just like we just did, sort of lean forward, keeping your spine straight. You'll feel the increase right in the upper thigh. And leaning far forward as you'd like to find the right amount of stretch. Great. Coming up, we're going to come forward into cat-cow. So however you'd like to get there, go ahead, roll forward. I'm going to go sideways today. Your wrists are right under your shoulders. Your knees are right under your hips. And the tops of your toes are on the mat. And whenever you're ready, let your belly button roll down. Your nose comes up. Exhale, arch the back and look down at your pelvis. And other way, we'll go up and down a bunch of times. If you'd like to match your breath with your movement, inhale as you pull your belly down and exhale as you arch your back up. But if you notice that your movements don't match your breath, that's fine. Whatever feels best here today. And as you feel your back loosening up, go ahead and get a little more movement. Rolling through the tailbone, rolling through the shoulders. Nice, let's do two more. And come back to a neutral spine. And we're going to go side to side. So turning to look at your left hip. And then turning to look at your right. And let's do that one more time. Left side. And right side. Awesome. Coming back to center. All right, we are going to do some of our flying tiger motions, but we will start by just doing the leg. So grounding down through the feet, we're going to float that left leg up. And if you engage the toes, sort of point your toes towards the floor, and make sure that both of your hips are pointed straight down towards the mat. So we're not sort of cocked up sideways, but you're nice and square to the ground. Inhale, reach that heel back. Reach the left heel back. Exhale, let's bring it in, tuck your nose to your knee. Inhale, stretch out nice and long. Exhale, nose to knee. Inhale, reach. Exhale, nose to knee. We'll do it twice more. Inhale, open. Exhale, tuck. Last one. Inhale, really stretch. Exhale, really tuck. And let's replace that left knee to the floor. Go ahead, sit back in child's pose. Take a little stretch. Your forehead can come down and rest on the mat. Whenever you're ready, rise back up to center. Readjust as necessary, and we're going to float through that right leg nice and long and stretch. Point the toes, square the hips to the floor. Inhale, really reach that right heel out behind you. Exhale, tuck your nose to your knee for one. Inhale. Exhale for 2. Inhale, reach. Exhale, tuck. 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Last one. Inhale, reach that heel as far behind you as you can. Exhale, tuck. And replace the right knee on the floor. And come back, child's pose. And if you'd like, you can rock side to side, give your thighs a little bit of a massage. Breathing deeply here, walking the fingertips out away from the shoulders, stretch through the arms. And whenever you're ready, rising back up, hands and knees. We'll do one more of these. And again, we'll start with the left, but this time we're going to keep the knee bent. And we're going to inhale, try and touch your toe to the top of your head, if you can. Exhale, nose to knee. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, nose to knee, under the belly. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, tuck. 2 more. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Last one. Let's make it nice and big. Exhale, tuck. And replace that left knee on the floor. Give your body a nice little wiggle. We'll do the other side. We'll take it slow. Coming up through the right. Keep the knee bent. Toe to the top of your head, sort of. Exhale, tuck, nose to knee. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up for 3. Exhale, down. Inhale, up, 4. Exhale, down. This is our last one. Make it big and beautiful. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Let's replace that right knee on the floor. If you want, you can open through the knees for this last child's pose. And really relax down into the ground. Take a few deep breaths. Do a quick mental scan around your body. Notice how it feels. Notice what feels open, what feels tight. Send some breath to those places that still feel a little bit constricted or contracted. And whenever you're ready, make your way slowly back to hands and knees. We're going to send our legs back behind us into a nice little plank. And a plank is just like you would be doing before you do a push-up. So your spine is nice and long. If you pull your heels as if you're sort of pulling them towards your shoulders and your shoulders towards your feet, you condense all of your energy right in the middle, right in your core. Take a breath, and we're going to inhale, push back, downward facing dog. Nice. Send your heels to the floor. If you want to bicycle out through the knees, maybe swing your hips side to side. Press down through the palms. Just to really find a good stretch here when you're upside down in your down dog. Great. And let's walk our feet forward towards our hands, however you want to get there. And when you get there, let's take a breath. Place your palms on just above your knees. Press the spine nice and long. This is our halfway lift. Inhale the head away from the hips. Exhale, forward fold. If you want to bend the knees here, that's fine. It'll take some of the pressure off your hamstrings. And again, bicycling out the knees, maybe bending one then the other. Another really great stretch is to look over at the outside of your left foot. Sort of walk your hands around to the left side. And then walk your hands around to the right side. Excellent. Let's come back to center and we'll roll up to standing. So your arms dangle, your head dangles, and you're very slowly straightening up, readjusting as you need. And we'll come into a mountain pose before we continue. So our mountain pose, our feet are just barely touching. Send your tailbone a little bit forward, which will help everything from your hips down stack up. Palms are open by your hips. Shoulders roll open. Lift your chin just above parallel to the floor. If it helps to close your eyes, feel free. Take a deep breath. When you feel balanced, gently lift your toes off the mat. Find your grounding on sort of the four corners of your feet, of the soles of your feet. And when you feel really grounded, go ahead and replace the toes. Take a few deep breaths, really feel strong and really feel supported here. It's the connection that earth has to a mountain. They are one and the same. Great, so what we're going to do from here is a quick version of the sun salutation that we've done before in class with a few extra added challenge motions. So feel free to join us or just do the regular sun salutation. I'll show you where the adaptations are. So if you're not already there, come to the front of your mat, and I'm going to hit the wall, so I'm going to move. Come to the front of your mat and either stay here in mountain pose or bring your palms together at heart center in our Anjali Mudra. Take a deep breath and we'll start slowly. Our first round will be nice and slow. So from here or from mountain pose, we're going to inhale. The arms reach out and up overhead, palms touch. Stretch nice and long. Exhale, we swan dive down. Fingers to the ground. The right foot steps back in a nice long lunge, and we'll bend the knee here and look forward and stretch forward. If this feels uncomfortable, you can always drop that back knee. All right. From here, we press the palms into the ground. The left leg sends back, nice long plank, and we lower down through chaturanga. Elbows stay pinned at the sides. The tops of the feet come onto the mat, and we lift up into our up dog. Take a stretch. Curl the toes, push back, downward facing dog. Beautiful. The right knee comes into the chest, right forward between the hands. If you need to wiggle those toes forward, feel free. Stretch forward, or if you'd like, place that knee on the ground. Looking forward, sending the heart center forward. Take a big breath as you step to the top of the mat. And we're going to lift, inhale, stand up all the way. Arms come out to the sides. Palms together above the head. And exhale into Anjali Mudra. Beautiful. Take a deep breath. I'm just going to take a step back. Beautiful. Let's do the left side. Inhale, the arms sweep up overhead. Exhale, we swan dive down. The left foot steps back. Nice long lunge. Look forward and either keep that left leg straight or drop the knee. And from here, we're going to come back into a plank. The right foot comes back, releasing all the way to the ground. Tops of the toes come onto the mat. We lift, up dog. Take a breath. Come back to the mat as we flip the toes under, push back, downward facing dog. Nice. The left knee comes into the chest. Step forward. Wiggle those toes forward if you need a little more space. Look forward and stretch, or drop that right knee and stretch forward. Nice. If you've dropped the right knee, quickly straighten it, stand up. We're going to step forward, top of the mat. Lift all the way up to standing. Palms come together. Exhale, Anjali Mudra. We're going to take a breath here, so if you'd like to stay here, or you can open the palms into your mountain pose, whichever feels better. Give your body a little wiggle. Adjust any sweatshirts that you need to, and take a breath, relax. We're going to do this one more time, but we're going to add in a couple of asanas, a couple of poses right in the middle. And that's our challenge for the day. So finding your breathing. Once again, if you want to pick your toes up off the mat, find that grounding. Replace the toes. Feel nice and strong. Feel nice and tall. Let's take one last deep breath in and out. And we'll do it again. We inhale, the arms come up, palms together. We exhale, forward fold, swan dive all the way down. The right foot steps back. And this time, let's all drop that right knee to the floor. Ground through the left foot. We're going to bring the arms up and overhead. Palms are parallel. We're not touching the palms here. It's as if you were holding a yoga block between them. And from here, if you'd like, you can sink down a little bit forward into this stretch and lift through the chest. Send your nose up towards the ceiling. Beautiful. We'll inhale, come forward, palms come to the mat. Step back into your plank and lower down through chaturanga. Elbows stay in at your sides. Tops of the toes come onto the mat as we inhale, up dog. Oh, take a deep breath, it feels so good. And let's push back child's pose. Take a stretchful rest here. Inhale, hands and knees, tuck the toes, let's push back, downward facing dog. All right, whenever you're ready, bring that right knee to the chest, step between the hands and wiggle your toes forward if you need more space. And from here, we are going to circle the arms up, drop that back left foot down so you're on your solid footing, and we'll come into our warrior two. Arms are parallel to the floor. Send your gaze out over your right fingertips. And if you're feeling really rigid, it can help to sort of flap your arms like a big bird and find some bounce here. Beautiful. Let's flip this front palm up, and we're going to tip back. Reverse warrior. Your right hand goes up towards the ceiling. Your gaze follows your right hand, and this left hand can support you on the back of your left thigh. Nice. Come back through warrior two. Bend the right knee. We're going to circle the arms back to the mat. Turn that left foot so it faces the front and step forward. Inhale, coming all the way up to standing. Palms come together. Exhale, Anjali Mudra. Shake out through the arms. We're going to do the other side, but take a break here. Take a deep breath. Find your mountain pose. Notice what's going on in your body. How does it feel? Once you feel that your breathing has started to return to normal, reassemble yourself in your strong mountain pose. Lift the toes, find the grounding of your feet. Tuck the tailbone under, straighten through the spine. Roll out through the shoulders, open through the clavicle, open through the collarbone. It's as if you're creating as much space in your body. The space between your chin and your chest increases. The space between your left shoulder and your right shoulder increases. You're sort of opening your hips by rolling them forward. Just see how much of that internal space you can create here in this mountain pose. Lovely. Take one last breath in and exhale. And we'll do our last side. Inhale, the arms sweep up. Exhale, we swan dive down. This time, the left foot goes back. We drop that knee and we reach up. Palms parallel but not touching. And if you'd like, stretch forward and lift the chest, rolling back a little bit through the spine. Nose comes to the ceiling. We're going to come forward. Palms come to the mat. Press back into a plank pose and come down through your chaturanga. Lift up through up dog. Tops of the toes are on the mat. Push back, child's pose for just a brief stretch. Coming back, hands and knees. Tuck the toes under. Downward facing dog. Take your time getting here. Deep breath in and deep breath out. When you're ready, bring that left knee into your chest. Step forward between your hands and wiggle those toes forward as much as you need. Because from here, we are going to roll up. Turn your right foot so that it's on the floor. Come into warrior two. If you want, you can always bend into this forward left knee and you'll sink a little bit more into this pose. Once again, flap the arms, find some bounce, find some joy. And let's flip that front palm up towards the ceiling and we're going to tip back. Reverse warrior. Place the right hand on the back of the right thigh for some support. Look up past your fingertips at the sky. One last breath in. The exhale brings you all the way to the mat. Palms come to the floor. Turn the right foot forward. We step forward. And we'll inhale, standing. Arms come with us. Up overhead. If you'd like, take a little bit of a back bend here. Just a little one. And exhale the palms down as if you were pushing down two big pillars of air into the ground. And come into Anjali Mudra. Beautiful, nice job. Give yourself a shake out. That was tough, that was fun. Good job. Take a deep breath. And while we're here, let's just do a little spine twist. Turning side to side, you can let your arms just kind of flop and hit you around the hips wherever they will. Nice deep breaths. We are going to wind our practice down for the day. And in order to get there, we'll do some of our favorite stretches. So slowing the rock of your arms, take a big step out wide. And we're just going to do a nice forward fold from here. So palms can come to the ground. If it helps to bend the knees a little bit, take some of that pressure off. Just drop the crown of your head down towards the ground. And when you're here, forward folded, if you need to tick-tock your feet out a little bit, make your base of support wider, that's fine. You'll notice you can drop your head a little farther. And also, if you want, you can bend one knee and then the other. Get that stretch through the inner thigh. Nice. And one of my favorites is both legs are long. Take your fingertips, point them out behind you, underneath you, and gently pull your torso, pull your head underneath your legs, so you're sort of looking up at the ceiling underneath your bum. It's a great stretch. Excellent. All right. Coming back, placing your palms on the floor. Tick-tock your feet in a little bit so they're just about hip width apart. Your toes are at 45 degrees away from you. And we're going to sit down. Pick my feet like so you can see. We're going to sit down into our little rooster pose. And if it's more comfortable for you to keep your hands on the floor, that's fine. Or if you'd like, bring your palms together and use your elbows to push your knees out side to side. Beautiful. Take a deep breath. Whenever you're ready, very carefully go ahead and sit down. Give your legs a little wiggle. Beautiful. And from here, we are going to lie all the way on our backs. And you can keep your feet on the floor with your knees up in the air. Send your arms out long. And we're just going to windshield wiper out through the knees. So the knees go side to side. Rolling through the hips. Beautiful. Let's come back to center. We'll cross the right leg over the left knee and then tip both legs over to the left side. Your arms are out at 90 degrees from your torso, and we'll send the nose and the gaze over to the right hand. And relax here in the spine twist. You'll feel all of that tightness in your hips. Let it go. Any tightness you feel in your shoulders or your spine, you can release that. Take one last breath here. And let's come back through center, uncross the right, cross the left leg over the right knee, realign your spine if you need, and then both knees can go over to the right side, and your nose and your gaze come over to the left side. Close your eyes if you'd like, relax through the feet, relax through the knees, relax through the hips. Coming back through center, and take any last pose that you need today before we end our practice. Maybe it's a knee hug or a happy baby, which is like a knee hug, but your feet are up in the air, and you grab the bottoms of your feet and you pull your knees down into your armpits. Whatever pose you'd like today before making your way into Shavasana with your legs out long, and your feet relaxed open, and your palms open by your hips, and your eyes closed. And every molecule in your body is open and relaxing and letting go. And you can start with the muscles in your forehead and the muscles around your eyes, and let them relax. And like a warm spring breeze, let that wave of relaxation just wash over your body from head to toe as you sink into the ground. And we'll stay here for about 5 minutes. And you can stay in Shavasana as long as you'd like today, taking your time before sitting up, taking a moment before returning to your day. Thank you for joining us here.